Yo, what's up guys? Today we got something goofy. Look at the little Doodle Bug, boys. So my dad got this from my cousin. It's literally just a little Doodle Bug. So the throttle cable was broke and we'd put a bicycle cable on there and that also broke. So the carb needed to be changed. She's definitely a little old and gunky and shit. So I went ahead, excuse the mess, I had to change struts in my fiance's grandma's car, and that was just, ugh. So I just packed up, threw everything in the bin. I haven't put it away yet. But I bought a new carb, new twist throttle, new cable, and we're gonna throw this together. Some gaskets with it. Pretty cool. I didn't expect a new gas line. I also didn't expect them to give me a matching grip to the twist throttle grip that they gave me. So that was pretty cool. We're gonna get that put on. And I do kind of want to paint this. I brought it up to my dad. He said go ahead, paint it up. So we were gonna get new plastics on it because it wasn't really that expensive. It was like, give or take, like $30. So we'll go ahead and throw some new plastics on it. There was a new seat that you could buy for it, but I like the original seat. I like that it says Doodle Bug. So maybe buy one, because I guarantee you my fiance's grandma could probably rip that apart and sew it back up. Keep the sides, buy a different one just for the top. A little magic eraser over here, probably clean that up. Hell yeah, boys. So got the other grip off. Swoop, that's off. Okay, to get the carb off, I'm just gonna take these two bolts off. And honestly, just as simple as that, it just slides right off. Okay, so I don't get gas everywhere. There already is a zip tie on there, but I'm just gonna go ahead and add another zip tie, and then if that doesn't work, I got two little bolts. I'm gonna shove them in there. I have a new little piece of gas line that came with the kit, and I'm gonna go ahead and use that, but for now I'm just gonna clog it with this. Well, hopefully that holds. Sure, we are still gonna get some gas. Okay, so apparently I'm defeated. Back with the old pliers. Okay, this clip, I don't even need it, I got new ones. So it's about to get fucking obliterated. Fucking piece of shit. Okay, so now that that's good, stick this elsewhere for now. I can finish taking this off now. Actually, that's a lie. So there's this little, I actually have no idea what it is, boys, so I'm not even gonna act like I know what it is. So I'll just show you. That little thing on the top. I don't know if it's focusing. That little thing on the top. Right here. But I can take that off for now. Maybe change this up. I don't really know what the hell's going on with this. Okay, so I got that disconnected. I tried to cut the zip tie, of course. I had to fuck with something that didn't need to be messed with, and now it's dripping gas all over the place. So I'm gonna have to take care of that, but carb off. probably full of gas. But hell yeah. Step closer in the right direction. Okay, so I got the new carb here. Old carb here. They're looking to be about the same to me. I love that. It's always nice when shit like that goes right. I guess this little swoop right here is different. Little no notch there, and there's a notch here. But that's close enough for me, right? Let's get some gaskets on this thing and put it back on. We got that gasket on. This one's right here. We got the little spring in the bar on the top changed. This was my solution to the gas leaking, because I'm gonna change that line anyways. It's right there. And we're cruising along, so we'll get to that next. Put the airbox back on. Oh no, there goes the gas. The gasoline. Alright. We definitely gotta figure out what's going on with this. It must be some kind of... I'm assuming it's a filter, but I don't know why it's capped off like that. We could probably do something better than that. She is definitely going to leak some gas when we go to switch this line. It only needs to be that big. Now I don't think this is the original engine, but it's still really cool. I want to try to keep the seat. I don't know if you can see me pointing at the seat. I really want to keep the seat because the seat is cool. Okay, so. Oh. Well, that's also a problem, boys. Look at that. Look at how slow our drip is. Well, that's not good. And I cleaned the tank too. So I don't know what the fuck is going on there. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, that is not good at all. Like, we're getting gas, but nothing like we should be. Look at that drip, boys. Oh my goodness. So that's slow. I'm scared to open the gas cap. What if it's just because of that? Alright, I gotta try that. So that's all slow. We are dripping gas. That's so slow. So I'm gonna have to poke something in there, I guess, and see. There's not really a whole lot of gas in here. But I mean, there's still enough in the tank to where it should be doing more than that. Okay, so this thing screws off, so I'm gonna try to screw it off and see if we get any fuel out of there. I have the bike tipped up in the back so that it's not dumping all the fucking gas out. Okay, so I took this piece out of the bottom of the tank. I have the bike up, so everything, the little bit of gas that's in there is tipped forward. And when I took the bike off the stand, it started coming out the bottom here. There's a hole, and it started absolutely pouring out of there. So I don't know if I showed it. My hand was in the way. There's a hole right here. I took the bike down off the block, and it just started pouring out of there. So obviously, it's this thing, which I would assume is some kind of filter. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up, and I'm gonna try to reuse this. Okay, so I am gonna pull the tank off because there was some crusties inside of it, and I already have taken the tank off when I first gotten it, and I cleaned it out. But obviously more stuff got in there, so bad little girl off, and she's definitely dirty in there, so we're gonna clean her up again. Okay, so the gas tank is all cleaned out. That little bit that you see is just like a little imperfection in the tank. I can't really do anything about it. I haven't changed the spark plug yet since I've gotten it, but it did run with the other carb and with that spark plug, so we just ended up breaking the throttle cable that we had ghetto rigged up. But I will eventually change the spark plug. Just like I said, I know it runs with that right now. Plus the tank is clean, new carb, and that little nipple, the little nipple thing. So I think those were little screens that were on the side, but they kind of just corroded and broke out. But you can definitely get some gas through here now. But obviously I'd have to have more than that in the tank all the way across, I guess. Unless I'm cruising and it's going backwards. But get this back in the tank, get the tank back on. Okay, now that we have a clean gas tank and our carburetor is installed, the new gas line is installed, put this little puppy where it needs to go. That'll do good just there. Now I think I'm gonna go ahead and have a look at this quick. Okay, so I took this tube off and all that shit came out. Bunch of oil. So maybe it was some kind of collecting tube, obviously. I don't know. Maybe we just leave that on. I guess, I don't know. I think I'm gonna shorten it up. Just cut the wires a little bit and shorten it up because it just looks atrocious. The one tube is connected to the air box. The other tube, I don't know where it goes, but we got that all cleaned up, all drained out, freshened up. She hangs a lot better now. I just feel like it looks like more aesthetically pleasing. But now we're gonna move on to the throttle cable. Okay, so I went in the house to eat dinner, but I'm pretty sure that I left off with the throttle cable, which is disconnected up here. I just gotta pull it through. And there's the old one. And now we gotta get the new one. Okay, so I kind of figured as much. There's not enough here, but there's a little bit of extra cable, so I'm gonna have to cut that down to like here, pull this back in, cut it, push this back out. Maybe I can transfer the nipple, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and see how that goes. Not very enthused about that, but that's what's gotta happen. Okay, so I've got more line. I saved the little nipple like I said I was going to. It actually came off better than I thought. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that back together. Slide the nipple on. And I'll get back to you guys when I'm sliding the cable back through the little throttle over there. Okay, so after cutting the cable and fitting it through, I don't know if my camera is zooming, but on the bottom here, I have just enough cable to get it through here, and there's no way I'm going to be able to hold my camera and do it, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that quick. Look at what I just fucking did. So now my life is 10 times fucking worse. I literally pulled on this with a needle nose to get more, just a tiny bit more, just a little bit more. I honestly didn't even fucking need it. And I just frayed the fuck out of the wires. Yes. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Jesus. I have the cable through the hole. It's all good to go. And the little arm. So I guess this is the actual throttle. Boom, boom, boom. Which I shouldn't, you know, known because it's on the top of the car. Just like an old car. Boom, 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 you know. But when you hit the throttle, it's supposed to move that arm. And it's not. And this arm, they say you're supposed to add an extra spring to help it come back. So I bought an assortment of springs because the hardware store was closed, so I had to go to Tractor Supply, and I was ahead with some fucking foo-foo stuff. So I'm gonna have to dig through this, try to figure out what I can, hook that up, and I want to get this thing running for you guys. Okay, so I got a spring here on the return and another spring over here, and then the main spring that's supposed to be there, I made it stiffer. So now when I pull the throttle, watch the top. Perfect. Absolute money. So I think that's all good. We just went and got gas. So we're gonna put some gas in it and we're gonna fire it up, boys. Hopefully this thing fires right up. That'd be super dope. Okay, so there's gas in it. Everything's put back together. Throttle cable's working good. But before I say all that, I don't think I mentioned anything about it, but if I did, I'm gonna tell the story a little better. So me, Peyton, and Colin were here. We were ripping it up and down the road, and it was my turn. I went all the way down the road, further than we usually do, and the throttle cable broke. So I had to reach down. I'm riding this thing with one hand over here. I got the hand up here, and I'm reaching down here, pulling the throttle with my hand. Cruising down the road at 9 o'clock at night with a headlamp on. Can't see fucking shit, just got the headlamp on. Cruising back here. I pull in, tell the boys the story, they're just geeking. So hopefully this thing just runs good. And before that, you kind of had to hold the brake because the gas would be on and shit. And I think that had a lot to do with that spring, because I had looked up a little video on the throttle cable because I was having a little troubles with that. And a guy had actually pointed that out. So that was super cool that I had figured that out. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get this thing fired up. Okay, boys, let's see if she's a ripper or not. Gas is on. Choke is on. Kill switch is off. Oh boy. Give her a little gas maybe. You a little too rich for your own blood or what, old girl? She didn't want any choke. She said 0 choke. She wants no choke. Okay. I don't know what those little noises were when it was running, but... Listen to her, boys! Just chilling. It might need a carb adjustment. I have no idea. I just slapped the new carb on, so. Pretty sure you do it through that little screw right there. I wouldn't really know what I'm doing. This is a learning experience, right? Where's my flathead? Alright, we got no fucking idea what we're doing. Turning the screw in. I didn't really seem to be doing anything. Oh, it definitely is. Alright. Try to do this all with one hand. I don't know how well this is gonna work. Yeah, let's just try. Ooh, she is not happy. Oh, she's powering through it, I guess. She's a putter. She ran before. She doesn't want any choke. Alright, back to the headquarters. Okay. So, maybe the clutch was slipping. I think maybe that was that noise. Which, whatever, to be expected. But we gotta figure out why she doesn't want to run. Correct. It's gotta have to do with something with that screw. No choke, she loves her life. Like that so much. I don't assume you would want to ride it with just the choke on. It's a brand new carp. Holy fuck. She's boot scooting and boogieing now, boys. She said we want full choke. Weird. She's running way better than before. Holy fuck, boys, we're scooting. I only got one hand. Is she idle when you let off? Listen to that. What do you got going on there? We'll have to investigate that. One thing at a time, you know what I'm saying? We need a little headlight on this thing, boys. She's a ripper! Well, she shut off. She needs some adjustments, I would suppose. Did she fire right back up? Oh, dude. Good little fucking steed, you know? Yeah, she makes that. She keeps making that noise. I don't know. Maybe I'll ask Tyler. The old Tyler LaFortune knows a lot about little stuff like this. The old Subaru buddy. Alright, you guys, that's it. I just wanted this to run. It's another day where I just came home from work, kept my work clothes on, and just worked out in the garage. I got a mess out here. It was a mess before from the fiance's grandma's strut job, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys like stuff like this. Maybe you'll like it, maybe you'll hate it. I thought it was kind of funny. You're probably going to see me and the boys ripping this thing around, so like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content.